you're not consistent, I'll explain to you why you're not being consistent and kind of a way to get back to consistency. One thing is, you got too many distractions, you feel me? Trying to go down 5 different paths instead of maybe focusing on one thing right now and then spreading your wings in those other things. And it's hard to decide what that one thing is, but when you divert so much attention to like so many different things, you're not able to have that one bar in the graph go all the way up. You're gonna have all these bars in the graph going up just a little bit in the same amount of time. So if you really want to grow and get good at something, stop diverting your attention to like 5 different fucking things, right? Condense it, see what's important, what you really want to do the most, work at it, grind at it, and work on that one thing. I'm not saying you can't have outlets to do other things, like maybe the thing you want to do is very physical, like athleticism or whatever you're trying to do, physical labor on your body. You can find outlets to like let your creativity loose. And even honestly, you can even just record yourself doing that, but like don't put in too much time into something you're not trying to grow all the way right now. You know what I mean? And also just, that's one way of distraction, but also distractions is like, maybe with a group of friends that are trying to party all the time. Maybe you got a girl or a woman that you're messing with that wants all the attention for her, and she isn't supporting you or doesn't want to let you go to do the things that you want to do as a man, right? And grow at and build that side income. Or maybe it could be video games. Maybe it could be adult content like pornography, right? Cut those things out. Cut the things out that aren't helping you progress. Cut all the things out that are just keeping you stagnant and not pushing forward, and replace them with good habits. So maybe like I said, you're watching pornography all the time, right? Switch that with, actually reading a book instead, or meditating, or journaling, or taking time and sitting with yourself and seeing what the hell you want to do with your life. You know what I mean? You gotta cut this shit out. Energy goes where attention goes, and if your energy's going to so many different things and not to a thing that you want to grow at, you know what I mean? It's not going to grow the way you want it to. That being said too, you'll be tired and you won't have the energy to put to that one thing that you do really want to see go up. You know what I mean? So watch your distractions and just kind of cut them out. Take a step back, take like 10 or 15 minutes, see like what you do daily, things that aren't productive and things that are productive, if you have any. And if you don't, that's fine. Cut out all the bad things and replace them with good habits. And then watch you flourish. Shout out Avery B, but he said like, and he got this from somebody too, and I forget who he said he got it from, but this is where I heard it from, and it really just made me click. But have a good morning. When you win the morning, you win the day, and then you keep winning days, you'll win the week, and when you win weeks, you'll win them. It's a domino effect. So start small, and those small wins will build up to a whole month of just success and growth and progress. Next thing that helps with, or will help you with being consistent, is write a routine. If you're not organized, you don't know what the hell, one, needs to get done, and two, like, how are you gonna get it done with the time in your day? So like, most people watching this, I would assume you probably have a job, right? Probably, because we gotta pay bills. Averagely, that's 8 hours out of your day that you're at your job, right? You gotta time block stuff. I'm not saying you gotta be like, oh, I'm gonna wake up and brush my teeth for 5 minutes and then this and that. Like, you can, but you don't need to. Just pretty much like the night before, what I do, I write out a to-do list for the day the previous night, so I know everything I need to get done in that day that I want to get done. And I already have a daily routine set. I'll find time, like on my lunch or after work, I'll find time to get things done that I can get done in that period of time. And I also make sure that I don't overload myself with tasks, so I know that I can get them done the next day. And that might take some playing around with. Maybe you think you can get all these things done, but like when you actually come to your day, you can't, or you don't have the time to. You like genuinely don't have the time to, if you're trying to get 8 hours of sleep too and all that. Play around with it. It might be a learning curve for like a couple of days or so, but you'll learn through time what works and what doesn't, how much time you actually have in your day. But when you block it out and organize your days, you're unstoppable. Because maybe you don't do that, right? You wake up, right? Maybe you do start working on something as soon as you wake up. But maybe you're working on one thing way too long, and that time block goes over to time that you could be putting into something else that would also push you in the same way that you need to go. But you're putting too much time into one thing that you don't need to as much as you are. You know what I mean? And then you'll burn yourself out, then you'll be tired, then maybe you don't want to do that other thing that you actually need to get done as well, yada, yada, yada. But organizing your day is so fucking important because 1, you don't burn yourself out. 2, you'll know what you need to get done the next day. And also 3, it just, you're organizing your brain on paper. You know what I mean? And when you're able to visually see it, it's just a lot more simple. It's like, okay, I need to do this, and this today. Cool. Okay, tomorrow I need to do this, and this. Okay, I know all the tasks I need done. Life is like a video game, and like we can give ourselves goals, and each goals and tasks we complete, we're leveling up and bettering ourselves. Might not always feel that way because we don't see the results right now, but you are getting better no matter what. So organize your day and have a daily routine. Super helpful. Passion. Have some motive or purpose of doing what you're doing for it. Because if you're doing something and you don't know why you're doing it, when it gets those hard times or those tough times of like just you're tired, you're just burnt, you just don't want to do it anymore, or you're just tired, right? You're tired as hell, you don't want to do this. When you have that purpose and that why, you'll literally immediately jump out of that tiredness and be like, okay, this is why I'm doing it. Screw being tired. I'm gonna go for this shit. I keep cussing. I'm gonna go for this, and I'm not gonna stop even though I'm tired right now. If you don't have a purpose towards whatever you're doing, you're gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes around and you keep pushing it off and you keep pushing it off, and then you don't break through that ceiling that you need to break through to grow. Because if you really want to be the best you want to be, wherever you're trying to get to, you have to go to where others stop at. You have to go past the point where other people stop at. You know what I mean? You have to. Now, if this stuff was easy, no matter what it is, if you're trying to be the best in whatever field it is, most people don't get to that point of greatness or just success in general because they're not willing to go farther than comfort. So push past that comfort. And how do you do that? What will drive you to do that? Your purpose, your why. It is mental strength at the end of the day. If you control your brain. And sometimes having that purpose towards a goal will allow you to, like I said, push past that red, push past that ceiling, and get to a new level of that business. And it's also good for your mental too. Building mental calluses on your brain is good. David Goggins would say. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. You know, like I said, stay consistent, ditch the distractions and bad habits. Get a routine and write out your routine on paper so you can see it and be like, okay, I need to do these, and these things. And understand why you're doing what you're doing. Just understand that. If you have no passion towards what you are doing, you know what I mean? You're most likely going to not push through. Most likely. And yeah, that passion will help you push through those blocks, those roadblocks, to get to that new level. But if you don't have a passion, maybe pick something else. Maybe do some research. Maybe, I don't know, look into things you've always been interested in as a kid and you never tried. Then you tried and you fell in love with it. Or picking up something you dropped off because you thought it wasn't cool, or whatever it might be. Find passion in whatever you're trying to grow at. I believe that was a good starting point because everything I talk about can go into so much detail and such little things, and they are all, it's so funny because all of them are connected too, but I don't need to do that all the time. Enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and feel free to drop your not feelings, but how you feel about these things, and or if you have anything that's also possibly a helpful tip or point to help stay consistent, feel free to drop it below. But Guyana, wish you love and peace and light. I'm out.